Game Night Gone Wild, an original fanfiction by Neil Fox. We hope that you enjoy. The sewer wasn't exactly how you pictured it. Sure, the damp smell of stagnant water filled your nose, but there was another scent too. Something like machine oil and pizza? A rusty ladder led down into the darkness, punctuated by a distant flicker of flickering lights and the muffled thud of music. April nudged you forward. It's safe, I promise. They know I have a guest. Mostly. You swallowed and began to descend, a heart pumping a rhythm that beat time with the heavy bass. Finally, your boots hit solid concrete. Blinking against the sudden, harsh fluorescents, you took in the scene. It was like a mad scientist, an artist, and a gamer had a three-way battle to decorate the cavernous space. Half-finished robots were tucked beside spray-painted murals and beanbag chairs. Empty soda cans fueled towers of abandoned pizza boxes. From the shadows, 4 massive, turtle-shaped figures emerged. It took a second for your mind to reconcile teenage voices with the hulking silhouettes. They looked even wilder up close. Bright, colorful masks, makeshift weapons, mismatched gear. Then, a taller turtle stepped forward, extending a 3-fingered hand. Yo, Donnie here. April said you wanted to see what all the fuss is about, he rattled off, his grin practically splitting his face in two. Welcome to the epicenter of awesomeness, also lab space. Don't touch anything. His eyes, were they goggles? Sparkled with barely contained excitement. Behind him, the other turtles were getting restless. Enough tech talk, brainiac, grumbled a turtle in red. Game time. Donnie whirled towards his brother, eyes blazing. Are you kidding? No newbie is ready for galactic dominion wars of third millennium. He brandished a box adorned with alien spaceships and what looked like an intimidating rulebook the size of an encyclopedia. That's 'cause it's boring as shells, retorted a boisterous figure in orange. How about some good old-fashioned mutant mayhem madness instead? He jostled forward, waving a brightly colored video game controller. Your head was spinning. You'd stumbled upon what felt like a bizarre sitcom set, where super science and brotherly bickering collided. All eyes suddenly swung to you. This was definitely a lot. But there was also an unnameable spark in the air, something that was as contagious as the smell of leftover pizza. A wild and unexpected grin twitched at the corner of your lips. Well, you began, feeling your nerves replaced with a flicker of anticipation. If your friend thinks I'm up for galactic wars and you guys like chaos. A mischievous glint appeared in your eyes. You met Donatello's piercing gaze. Maybe just this once, you can teach me about conquering the world. The room thrummed with renewed energy. 2 factions quickly formed, Donatello and his precious sci-fi monstrosity on one side, and the rest of the turtles with their enticing promise of mindless button-mashing fun on the other. Leonardo, the turtle in blue, leaned in, an amused smile curving beneath his mask. Donnie's a terrible teacher. Just a warning, he whispered. Don't let his genius act fool you. You'll probably end up ruling some obscure star cluster before you figure out how to move your fleet. Your competitive spirit ignited. Challenge accepted, you quipped back, and to your own surprise, you meant it. The overwhelming sights and chaos were fading, replaced by an eagerness to test yourself against whatever Donatello might throw your way. He beamed, a rush of smug satisfaction washing over his features. Excellent. A mind worth conquering. Allow me to introduce the basic tenets. Donnie snagged a battered whiteboard and a handful of mismatched markers, then launched into a dizzying lecture filled with terms like hypergrids, wormhole strategies, and something alarmingly called nebula bombs. The other turtles dramatically rolled their eyes and settled into positions of practiced boredom on the beanbag chairs. Michelangelo, in orange, started a one-sided commentary on an imaginary race between pizza slices. Raphael, in red, merely grumped and plopped down, seemingly more eager for a nap than sibling rivalry. And there you were, sandwiched between intergalactic strategist in the making and a pile of discarded tech. Despite the initial whirlwind, a wave of warmth settled over you. It wasn't just the sweltering sewer air. These oddball mutants, this strange place they called home, it all felt strangely right. Like some missing piece clicked into place. Donnie stopped abruptly, as if noticing your glazed-over expression for the first time. "And you lost me," you admitted, raising a hand slightly. "How about we start smaller? How do you even move?" With an exaggerated sigh, Donnie spun the whiteboard to reveal a grid dotted with spaceship icons. "Very well. For this demonstration, we'll pretend this represents quadrant F7 on the outer galactic rim." As Donnie's explanations droned on, you discovered your attention drifting, not away from the game, but towards the turtle beside you. There was a captivating intensity in his eyes, a boyish enthusiasm battling with the desire to seem impossibly smart. A piece of rogue pepperoni was stuck in his battle gear, and an oddly endearing imperfection. You forced your focus back to the makeshift game board. Baby steps toward planetary domination, you supposed. Just when you thought your brain might explode from information overload, Donatello dramatically slammed down the marker with a flourish. "And that," he proclaimed, "is how you achieve total tactical supremacy." Thank you very much for listening, and we will see you in the next video.